Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah, what's up? This is DJ JayCee, Fort Greene, Brooklyn. I'm with your host, Tonya E., a.k.a. Miss Right Now. We on Sound Off, Only Fear Fears, but fear does not live here.
Went on, family. What? Had to play that completely out. That was legendary Ultramagnetic MCs. Yes, BX family. Yes, that's cool. Keith said G. TR, love, and Mo love. Oh, my goodness. Let me tell you all something. Today we are having a very great day. Actually, I'm going to just let y'all know. Oh, yeah. See, I'm so off. My special guest is on the other line. We had a little conversation earlier, so he knows about what's going on this end. So, but before I get into it, I want to thank each and every one of you all for joining us today on Sound Off, Only Fear Fears, but Fear Does Not Live Here. And I'm your host, Miss Tonya E., also known as Miss Tonya E., a.k.a. Miss Right Now. And if you're listening live, we thank you so much for tuning in. And if you listen to our archive show, we thank you so much for coming back. And know that your time is never taken for granted. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Today is, what is today? I got my days all mixed up. If y'all have no idea what this girl's going through, March 15, 2016, Tuesday. And it's a beautiful day here in the Charlotte area. And I'm truly blessed to have one of my longtime buddies, my friends from, oh, goodness, it's been almost 20-something years, past 20 years from the music industry. And I just had to bring him on our show, family, and introduce you all to him and let you all hear his journey upon how he got started in the culture of hip-hop, in the part of being a road manager and a DJ. And also I heard he does a little 1-2 drops it like that. So without further ado, family, I would like to introduce you all to our special featured guest, Ultramagnetic MCs, Road Manager and DJ JayCee. Are you there, King?
Good morning. What's up? How you feeling?
Man, listen, I'm over here with a bottle of water. I don't know what is going on with this old lady. Yesterday was the National Napping Day as well as the National Pie Day, and I'm up here like still trying to act like I had both, and I just took a nap. Welcome, JayCee.
Thank you so much. You just took me back. I was just sitting here whopping, take you back to the old days back when it started. And I just want to thank you for having me on, and shout out to you and everybody out there listening.
Well, thank you so much, Brother JayCee, for giving us your time. Actually, even though we conversate here and there, and Mr. Pie Man that you were around Christmas time, we won't let that one. You was Mr. Patty LaBelle Pie. You ain't have to sing. You was doing shipments.
And I want to thank you too, because you gave me a shout out boost on that, and that was a beautiful thing. And thanks to everybody that supported me. I ate off of that pie good.
Hey, it's all right. That's what we do, NYC. You come from Fort Greene. So let us listeners know, give us a little bit of who you are, Mr. JayCee, because as I gave that small, brief introduction upon who you are, let our listeners know on who DJ JayCee is.
JayCee, Fort Greene, born and raised, Brooklyn, New York, St. Edward's and Myrtle. Got down with the group back in the NMO. We lived in the same building from 1973 to 2012 when I moved out. So that's always been a big brother and a guidance to me. And he's the one that actually got me started in the whole game and brought me in. I used to go to his house. Actually, at first, we didn't get along at first back in the day. Then after being a pest, took me under the wing, showed me him and a
You being a pest to him or he being a pest to you?
Both.
Okay, awesome.
Then,
y'all really dig each other. That was just like some other stuff going on.
Another brother by the name of Peter Watson. He also was a big influence. We all used to battle, and Mo had all the Ultimate Breaks and Beat records, so we all used to put on records and cut them back and forth and see who had the best flashes and scratches and cuts. Said always was, Mo's cousin, so I used to see him coming through. But, it was just they was coming up, doing their routines and so forth. Keith used to bring girls over to Mo house. Trev was always in the background chilling. And, of course, I used to see Tim Dog when they would do shows and Mo would leave his turntables up in the Bronx, and me and Al, which is Mo Love's brother, would go up to the Bronx and bring the turntables back. So we used to see Tim Dog in there. So Rooney was the first road manager. Then I came in '91. So they had did their first project without me. I helped oversee the second and third. We had this thing in the studio, and Trev used to have these bass-filled beats. I used to say it's not breathing. So anytime you hear that term, that was something I came up with. Track is not breathing.
Oh.
So first and second album, I was there. Then on that fourth album, just as all groups, we have our little back and forth. And, I want to shout them brothers out because they taught me, and took me around the world and taught me a lot of things. So definitely there's no love lost. It's just like being you get traded, you play for a different team now. So now, JayCee, formerly of Ultramagnetic. But I love them brothers, and, I always will. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you still do shows with them that I do know, right? Correct? Because Kool Keith.
No, not
recently.
Go ahead.
Not recently.
No.
Okay.
They brought on another guy, push buttons while they rock out.
Okay, I heard that. We're gonna let that slide. Okay. Very witty. I heard that.
No, but I love those guys. I love those guys to the heart.
Right, right, and again, Ultramagnetic.
He had me DJing with him on some shows too. So definitely.
Well, I thought Tim Dog was.
No,
I thought he was dead. Rest in peace.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He also took me to do shows with him as well. So it's cool.
Okay. So
but I got new stuff
so yeah, mad shout out, mad love, huh? Look, we're gonna keep it moving.
New stuff.
We moving on to new stuff.
Yeah.
JayCee, okay, now with the culture of hip hop, because I can't even remember when we met and where we met, but it was sometime around that time.
I think it was at one
of
those new music seminars. Because remember, they used to have the hip hop back then was the culture was so beautiful because you had a lot of venues for networking and reaching out. This was pre-internet and all that stuff. You used to go to the new music seminars, the Impact Convention in Jersey, the Jack the Rappers, the How Can I Be Downs. You had all those venues to go out and reach out and touch these people. Also, when you was in the clubs, you also was in there with the Jets, the Giants, Knicks players, and you see Heavy D on one side of the bar, LL, Puffy. It was a beautiful thing back then. And the said now.
Well, why don't you speak on that?
We used to have a spot.
I think it could have been in the tunnel.
Right under the light. Maybe so. Because said now used to have.
I think it may have been in the tunnel.
And we used to stay.
Well, let's speak about that. I don't mean to be cutting you off. Let's speak about that because that's one of the things. The reason why I brought you on the show as well is for our listeners to get to know who you are and how you got into doing the road managing and DJing, but also the atmosphere that we had back in the days in our hip hop cultures in the '90s that led up until maybe the early 2005, 2006 before it turned the leaf. So let our listeners know like your perspective on what it was then and what it is now, because as we know, the industry has changed drastically and it's not looking healthy. But the music is still being played, DJs are still spinning, well, maybe not spinning, but our original DJs like yourself still mixing and dixing on the 33s and the 45s. Tell our listeners a little bit about your perspective from that era.
That era, it was great, especially going up to Rocksteady Park and like I said, going to the new music seminar, to the DMC DJ battles. I used to go up there, like I said, with Mo, and I went up there with Kool Keith, and we'd go see the MC battles and the DJ battles. But like I said, Mo was the one that brought me in, taught me, showed me, caught my interest. Then by me being with him all the time, going to the shows and going to the studio, everybody was like, oh, this guy's always around. He knows what goes on. We put him down as the road manager. So the group adopted me in, and we went around, and we did our shows, we made our money, and we had a lot of fun. Yes, we fought and we argued, but we had a great time, and we made history together. So that's something that could never be denied. And like I said, it was a great time. You got with looked at the forefathers that came ahead of us. You always got to look at Cold Crush. You always got to look at everybody from then on. The Run DMCs, the Treacherous 3, the
Fearless 4. Those are guys that I constantly was listening to, as well as I studied the Theodores, the Flashes, and let me tell you a true story. I think
Please do.
91, 92, EPMD came out with Got to Give the People remix. And back then, we had downtown Brooklyn was a spot called Jackpot. I went to, my boy was like, yo, we got to get that record, boom. So this is Mo's brother, Al. And we went home, we put it on, because Mo, when he used to go out, we used to sneak and get on his turntables. Because when he was there, he would never let us touch it and touch the record. So we was playing this record, and Al said, Jay, that's how you scratch. That's how you scratch. When you scratch like that, then you'll be the man. He said something else, but I just said, So I said, okay. So I kept putting on that record, and from that day on, I had studied scratch. And I used him as a tool, him and Rock Raider, and as well as Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, Molly Marr, Mr. Magic, and so on. So shout out to all those guys, but coming from Fort Greene, I always looked at, even though I was hanging with Ultra and doing the shows with them, I looked at Dana Dane as like a superhero, because like I got up one Saturday morning, the things that we used to always do with each other, we get some drinks and watch Soul Train. We tape it on VHS and rewind it and watch the Soul Train line, look at the girls. So waking up to see somebody 2 days before you played basketball with on the basketball court and on Soul Train, he's like, oh, Dana Dane is on Soul Train. We calling everybody on the phone three-way, yo, turn on Soul Train. Dana Dane is up there. So coming from Fort Greene, you had a lot of talent out of there on the basketball scene as well. With the Bernard King, Tiffany. It's a lot of cats. Brian Brown, I keep forgetting. It's a lot with my Omar Cook. You got Brooklyn Assault Team, Fort Greene Assassins, Paula Perry, Don P. So Fort Greene was rich and thick in talent. And like I said, the music scene back then, you appreciated going to the shows and seeing the people that you look up to and you respect. And that's what it was all about.
It was more respect. Support then. It was more respect and support. So we was like we were family. We was creating bonds with each other, because we seen each other every week. And like you said, somebody from your neighborhood now on TV, you're like, oh my gosh, like I can do that too. So with the culture itself played a major part with us kids being born and raised in the 70s and being teenagers in the 80s into our adulthoods in the 20s. Tell us a little bit, because I know you told me that you're working on two projects. We actually have a caller that's actually on the line, so I want to make sure we give them a chance to bridge in. But let us know exactly what you're doing now, because now, we all older, and some of us went a different direction, and then some of us are still, in the situation here and there, and you kind of told me something, but I want our listeners to know what's going on with you.
Just like as time you grow and you expand, you branch out. So I'm out here in the South now, but I'm still keeping my hands connected out there. I got out here, it's a guy, Yumi Booming. He has a song on Dat Piff, Get the Pack Off. And then swinging back to Brooklyn, I got Jay Majors from Bed-Stuy. He's heating up out there. And, of course, man, it really don't need no introduction, Johnny Famous, a.k.a. Big Scoob, got a new single he just dropped, Like Me. So that's going to be the setting it off for this 2016, and we're going to go deeper, and we're going to keep on putting stuff out.
Now, so what part are you playing? What part are you, what is your role with Johnny Famous and Jay Major at this
time? Johnny Famous, that's going to be a lot of support. Maybe I'll step behind the turntables with him. He and I talk weekly, so a lot of things, anything is bound to happen. Like I said, I always wanted to do something with him anyway. I always respected him and his grind and hustle. Shout out to the Hustle Mode team out there. But definitely we're going to connect and collaborate on something. Jay Majors, we're going to do a lot of promotion and pushing, and I'll be DJing with him as well. So I've watched him come up out the ranks. So I just, we pick each other's brains, and I just give him the knowledge I have and experience.
Okay.
And Yumi Booming, he's just doing his thing.
Okay, because we know Johnny Famous Scoob, Big Scoob. For those, again, that do not know who we're talking about, like JayCee said, is backup dancer for Big Daddy Kane. And he's still doing his thing, too. So don't y'all front on us older cats on these dance moves. Johnny famous with the hustle mode and trend setting, and he been doing a whole lot. So big shout out to him. Let's actually let this caller come in and see what's going on and see what they want to break bread with DJ JayCee. We got a 347-613. Are you there? Three 47613. Are you there? Okay, maybe you just want to listen instead. Please hold on. We had another caller there. They kind of like dropped off.
Oh,
Anywho,
okay.
JayCee. Okay, so let's keep it moving, man. Okay, so I want to get a little bit more into the DJing and the music industry,
right,
and the effect that it has now on our community, because you two are a parent, and we were kids at a time when our parents were older and trying to tell us, what not to do and what to listen to, but our music was different then than what it is now. What is your perspective on our children's future with the music that is being played, and what part do you think that we need to put our hands in much more than we have slacked on before?
I think we need to get back to the fun and the respect. As we said, you listen to all those records back in the days, everything sounded different, everything was different, but everything was hitting. Nowadays, you have a selective few to have hits out there, and you have the kids emulating that, and it's like I said, it was fun back then. You couldn't wait to see your favorite artist. You couldn't wait to go out. I remember I used to save my lunch money to go to Beach Street, Jackpot Music Factory just to buy the records. I collect a lot of records. I have my parents' collection as well, 45s and albums and singles and so forth, So I used to go to the Roosevelt Hotel with Mo and Music Factory when it was back on 42nd, and we used to go over there. A guy named Stan that used to sit at the door. You hum the melody. He knew every record, everything you knew about. Owned the record store up in Parkchester. So, like I said, the music was always there, and just having knowledge of what it was, and where to find that little break that you want. And that's why I said we used to cut up those ultimate breaks and beats, just having fun. And also, too, moving into the new millennium, that's another thing. Like I said, I got to give Johnny Famous a shout-out for, he was telling me about the controller. He said, Jay, I know you got your turntables. They're heavy carrying around. Get this controller. This is what's happening right now. Because I was about to buy the new Serato mixer, and he said, you must well get this. Everything is in it. So, of course, like I said, at first I was anti-digital, but I'm getting left in the dust with this, so I said, let me step up my game. So I'm rebuilding my little setup, and like I said, I never did stop DJing. I've always DJed, and I always will DJ with the vinyl and so forth. I keep my collection. I keep adding on as I go to these little shops. I always see that, and that was one of the fun things about touring. You go to these record shops, and you find vintage stuff you can't find, or stuff that was only released overseas. And I've been blessed to go around the world and see different things with Ultramagnetic and with Kool Keith. So, like I said, I got to always give a shout-out to those guys, and I've always projected them and represented them in a positive way, So
okay.
That's
well,
fine.
Listen, we got another call. We got another caller because you had one more part of that question you did not answer. So we're gonna go to that caller and let them break bread with us, and then we're gonna come back to you, and you're gonna finish that last part of that question. 347-535. Come on in and break bread with us. To who are we speaking with?
Hey, this is Mr. Six the Barber. And
Six, what up?
What's going on?
That's my personal stylist. When I come to New York, when I come off the turnpike, I go straight to him first before I visit the family and everybody else, all the streets and stuff. So that's my man, 6 Mil.
Yes, sir.
That's
yes,
6
sir.
mil. That sounds like a drop for real. Welcome, my king. welcome. Break bread with us and tell us how you know our brother besides cutting his hair. And what is your? Are you from Brooklyn? Just to say, I'm going to assume, and you know about the culture. You from Brooklyn, so go ahead on. I'm gonna give you about a minute and a half to express yourself.
All right. Well, I would like to say that I've known this brother from church back in the days. And what I will say is, while he was traveling and doing all of that, I used to, follow some of the same people he followed and did some of the same things he did. But one thing I would say is he has always kept his head and kept a level mind about things. But I do want to ask him one question.
What's up?
Where do you go to get a haircut, man? Because you be looking amazing in all these pictures.
I go to Levels in, on Fulton Street, right off of Vanderbilt. Levels Barbershop,
Levels Barbershop.
Levels Barbershop. I think it's 330 Fulton Street, something like that. 930 Fulton Street, something like that.
915 Fulton
Okay,
Street.
we just dropping what you call that, shouted out promotions. All you had to say was, Miss Tonya E., can I just shout out the barbershop, man? Get the address right at least.
But like I met in church at 9 years old. I'm 45. At 9 years of age, I met this brother in Sunday school, and we've been tight ever since. I love that man. He's been a big influence as well.
Well, that's God be the glory on that brotherhood connection, because I think we need that more now than ever. We all about 45, 46, so it's some things that we need to make sure we go back to the books, and that means that wooden seat, if not the wooden seat, outside and bring the book, because ooh-wee. So, Mill 6, we appreciate you, bro. Is there any message you want to give out to those barbers that may not be cutting right? Or shout out where you at, because we don't have no problem doing that, babe.
Well, I tell you what, the New York City Barber Battle is coming up March 20th in Brooklyn and May 29th in Staten Island. Step your game up, get your name up. If you ain't in it, you can't win it. So, that's how we doing it.
Ouch. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from King 6 Mills. Get it right or get it out. Okay. Yes. Bro, we appreciate you for calling. You got something else to say?
My man. No, I was telling him, yo, good looking out, man. Appreciate you, love you, man.
For sure.
Appreciate you, King. You have a blessed week, okay? And we whatever JayCee, give me the info so we can make sure we post it just the same. All right, bro. You have a blessed one.
Right.
And thanks again for calling in.
Thank you.
Okay, JayCee, we have one more caller. Let's see what's going on with this caller here. Caller, are you there? Can we break bread with you? You going to break bread with us?
Can you hear me?
We got a sister calling in. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yes, please.
Well, this is Renita, and I am JayCee's friend from years ago.
Second grade.
Oh, you're doing a reunion over here. Oh.
That's 20.
Yes,
Renita.
Yes, 20. And I just called in just for the support, to show him that I'm supporting him. And, thank you so much for supporting my daughter. And it's all love.
Renita, well, thank you. You said you know JayCee since second grade, so let us know something that we may not know that he did in class. Let's shout it out.
He was a class clown. He would smack booties and run.
Wait, Renita, I think that was like our era situation. We were like, stop.
Yeah, that was my thing, and that's where my new persona, that Black Youth Heifer thing is. Black Youth Heifer. I try to present that style and stuff. I rock my ascot, and I found a lane and I jumped in it. But like she said, I've always been attracted to the women, and I used to smack butts and run.
Yes, he did.
Well, that's why you friends with Scoob Lover, a big Scoob. Renita, we thank you so much for calling in, sis, and thank you so much for supporting our brother JayCee. That's what it's about. Us supporting each other, because we all are all we have. Okay, you have a blessed week, sis.
Okay,
God bless you now. Okay, bye-bye now.
And let me just say this, Tonya. Her daughter, Yana Button, she does a lot of modeling and stuff in catalogs and stuff. So, a very beautiful young lady, very talented, 4 years old.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So she's into the modeling. Okay. Well, again, JayCee, my whole thing is, we have to make sure we share the love and spread the word, and we have a venue to do that. So I'm open to it. I don't do no negativity, but I keep it. I keep this show is unfiltered, but there's still some things that I will not allow myself to speak about because I still do have respect and morals for myself.
Fear does not live here.
Hello. Well, you finally got that. Look at here. Look at here. Peeps, y'all don't know how long it took JayCee to get that right.
That's a nice little tongue twister. Put that in a lyric or something.
Fear fears, but fear does not live here. But listen, JayCee, before we go, I told you 30 minutes going to go by fast. But listen.
Okay.
That second part of the question that I needed you to answer is,
what's up?
What do we need to do at this point? Because like Six Mills said, we're 45. God sees fit. I think I said 47 the other day, but no, I'll be 46 next month if God sees well. If it's God's will.
That's what's up.
We're getting older than we're going towards 50. Some people are already in their 50s and going towards 60s, but we don't look our age. There is something that we need to do right now that we can't pass the buck anymore, and it is a lot of the cause has been because of our music that we're allowing to continuously be played and drawn into the ears of our kids. Some kids are versatile; they able to decipher on what is good and what is okay and what is just not right. But as adults, as a father, as a man from the industry that knows the industry, to what we see today, as myself being a mother, as a woman that knows what it is in the industry, what is your perspective on what we need to do right now for the community? Because we had a whole lot of talks before. We had a whole lot of them breaking CDs. We had a whole lot of stop this. At this point, I'm not going to go too political, but we are in a dire state of an emergency. So what is your perspective?
From my perspective, I think we all need accountability. We have to grab our own, teach them, and then reach out. Like they say, each one teach one. And, just get back to the basics and let them know it's okay to smile. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to love one another instead of going against each other. And that's the thing I've learned, and especially living out here, and the friendliness of you walking by, driving by, people hands go up. We got to get back to that. New York. I know everybody talk about the New York state of mind, and that's cool. I lived that for 42 years, but at some point in life, you got to put your big boy pants on and say, you know what, it's a different way to do things, and that's something my father always guided me and taught me and showed me, even to this day. It's like it's more than one way to do things. So we have to get back to the basics, let our kids know what is acceptable and what isn't. Just it's all education and love and prayer.
Amen. Y'all heard that? That's what I'm talking about. Our brother, our king, DJ JayCee, formerly of Ultramagnetic MCs, but always loving the brothers of Cool Keep, Said G, TR Love, and Mo Love, and everyone that called in, Renita and 6 Mills, and we don't know who that 347-613 is, but we thank you for calling in. And, brother, I thank you so much for granting us your time. We'll make this, we'll try to bring you back, we'll bring you back on, because there's a lot of things going on, and I want to hear your perspective just the same, because it is our voices that need to be heard. And even though we don't get on the major outlets, we still have a venue to voice our opinions. We have a venue to voice our concerns. And as I said to you on the phone prior to us speaking on here, our grassroots movements are still active, and from my perspective, I believe we need to get back to it, because our foremothers and forefathers didn't look for grants and TV coverage, media coverage, to make it happen for us to have the pavement that we're able to walk on today. So we are now the elders, and we have to pick up the pieces. We have to put our hands in the ground. We have to stop pass the buck. And like you said earlier, each one of us have to be held accountable for what we do and what we do not do, because we all have a part to play in this this thing we call life and on Earth. So thank you.
Thank you for
and
having
we're
me.
gonna I thank you, JayCee. BK all day, BX, you know
ma'am.
how I roll too.
You know
NYC, but we are grown folks planting the good seeds in the ground, family. So y'all make sure y'all do what y'all can do. You've been listening to Sound Off Only Fears, but fear does not live here. I am your host, Miss Tonya E., also known as Miss Tonya E., a.k.a. Miss Right Now. We had our special featured guest, Ultramagnetic, formerly of Ultramagnetic MCs, DJ JayCee. Please be sure to check him out. And also the two artists, Johnny Famous, also known as Big School from Big Daddy Kane, backup dancer, and his new artist, J Majors. And we're going to prove this message, and we're going to go on out with another tune from Ultramagnetic MC. So what we're going to do, we're going to make it funky.
Peace, love, and blessings.
God bless, JayCee. Thanks so much.
Thank you, best.
Yo, what's up, Cool Keith? Yo, what up, Fat J? Yo, what's up, Trav? What's up, Fat Man? Who's over there? He's ready to get bit. Yo, Keith, you know what? I like this beat you brought over.
Told you about it.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take it into my Ultra laboratory and hook it up. Yo, bust this. Now that's funky.
I tell you, boy,
we all heard. This is so funky that I'm gonna send Mo back to the turntables, and you gonna find the rest of that mix with yo, get it now. And we gonna do this. It's funky. I know you gonna like it, brother. Right? You know that.
I'm gonna press it up for you.
coming over like that. Word, man. what I'm saying? I'm going to go with my girls. I'm going to drop this tape off. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see y'all what I was doing. You know, but she's going to be like, you know, she's going to be like wondering where was I all this time. You know, she think a bluff like me is always scheming. I ain't with that. I know what you're saying. Mo, what's up? Yo, Mo, what's up? Break some trumpets out over there, man. I want to hear you go hard on the trumpet. You know what I'm saying, brother? Get that fat belly, get that wind ready. Oh, yeah. Easy on them trumpets, Mo. Easy. Yo, let's get out of here. Yo, you ready, man?
Yeah. What's up? This is DJ JayCee, Fort Greene, Brooklyn. I'm with your host, Tonya E, a.k.a. Miss Right Now. We on Sound Off, only fear fears. But fear does not live here.
How to have fun, anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
With the cold weather incoming, what's the obvious choice for a backyard upgrade? Hint, it's a Solo Stove. Solo Stoves are smokeless, and that's not blowing smoke. With the patented design with signature 360-degree airflow technology to feed the flames and burn off smoke before it gets into your hair or clothes. Create the perfect atmosphere this fall. With over 222,000 5-star reviews, Solo Stove is the ultimate fire pit. Just ask Snoop Dogg. With countless sizes, there's a Solo Stove for every backyard. From tabletop fire pits to pizza ovens and even fire pits designed to sit 8+ people, there's something for everyone. With the lifetime warranty, enjoy the comfort of your 100% stainless steel fire pit without the worry of it breaking. Solo Stoves are built to last, not just for the season, but forever. Get yours now at solostove.com.